Chapter 33. This is a beautiful chapter, and I'm very excited about this chapter because they talk about wise people and enlightened people. And who doesn't want to be enlightened or wise, right? One who knows other people is wise. Already we begin with the definition of what a wise person is. A wise person, according to the Tao, is a person who understands others, who knows other people. One who knows himself is enlightened. Alright, so we see the difference between wisdom and enlightenment, and it seems that being enlightened is a bit better, right? I mean, to know other people and understand them, which is wisdom, is one level, but an even higher level of understanding and knowledge is to know oneself, and this is being enlightened. To overcome others is strong. To overcome oneself is the will of power. Alright, so again, they talk about levels of, this time they talk about levels of power and will of power. A lower level is to overcome other things, other people. This is being a strong person, which is great. I mean, being a wise person is also great, but being enlightened is much better. And here we talk about the will of power and being strong. And obviously being strong is great, but being a person of will of power is even better. One who is contented is rich. One who is determined has the strength of will. Alright, so they talk about determination, they talk about enlightenment, they talk about the will of power. We are getting all these tips on how we should behave and what is more important. These tips that the Taoist teachers give us in order to enable us to live better lives and to reach higher levels of consciousness. Those who embrace their true nature shall long live. He who is enlightened with the original nature, although dies physically, is eternally united with the everlasting Tao. And this is the biggest promise. I mean, we got quite a few promises in this chapter. They promised us that if we manage to understand others, we'll be wise, but if we manage to understand ourselves, we'll be enlightened. They tell us that we can, that it's more important to overcome oneself in order to have will of power, as opposed to overcome others and thus being strong. They promise us determination that will lead to strength of will. They promise us all kinds of things in this chapter, but the number one promise comes in the last line, when they tell us that a person who is enlightened and who is of the original nature, meaning is acting in accordance with the Tao, although his physical body shall perish, his essence, his soul, will live forever, eternally united with the everlasting Tao. I actually have another course in which I talk about what happens after you die and what happens to the soul after you die. And we see this is in line with the Taoist teachings, that they talk about this idea, this concept of continuing to live after death, which is something that many other religions and philosophical teachings share.